Hello, my Dargons. This is I, the one and only DragonTamerRuiz, back from the dead as it were, bringing you all another Tokyo Ghoul rebirth analysis video of sorts. Today we'll be going over the Premium Re Juzo, Festival Dark Juzo, and last but not least, Festival Dark Yamori. I'll be going over the stats at level 80, their abilities, skills at level 1 and 5, with damage calculations, and my overall thoughts on the units as a whole. Without further ado, let's get started. Re Juzo stats are as follows: 7,600 HP, 540 attack increased to 840, 320 defense increased to 520, 3 AP max now at 9, and 3 durability max now at 11. His max attack, defense, and durability are relatively good, nothing crazy there, while his HP and AP are pretty average for most units. Moving on to his abilities, his first increases max attack by plus 300, second increases max defense by plus 200, third increases max durability by plus 3, and his fourth increases evasion rate by 15%. His evasion rate can go up pretty high when paired with his skill later on. His mastery skill is pretty interesting, albeit not the best. Increases all allies by 1.25 times for 1 turn after inflicting break on a target. For myself, I think this is an interesting concept, buffing the entire team after a break. However, I don't feel like the 1.25 times multiplier is high enough for me to immediately invest into his mastery with stimulants. His skill at level 1 is as follows: increase your evasion rate by 10% for 3 turns, deals attack times 1.5 damage to one enemy 4 times. Stacking on his 4th skill, this totals his evasion, his total evasion will be 25%, which is nice, nothing crazy there. Moving on to calculations, we take his 840 attack and multiply that by 1.5 multiplied by 4, equaling to a total of 5,040, which while low can still be raised a tad bit from attack buffs given from other units. His skill at level 5 gets a bit better. Increase your evasion rate by 30% for 3 turns, deals attack times 1.5 damage to one enemy 8 times, so we raise his 30% evasion with another 15% from his 4th ability, making it a total of 45%. Almost a coin flip if you will, dodge an attack or not. Of course, if the opponent you're fighting doesn't negate evasion. With calculations, we change his 4 hit count to 8 and we get 10,080. And if he happened for whatever reason to get the break on the target, we multiply that by 1.25, totaling out at 12,600 damage. Overall, while I believe this Juzo doesn't deal the best damage out there, his evasion could come in clutch in terms of probability. Again, like most premium units, I don't think I would go for him personally, but if he happened upon my lap from the unfeatured pool, I wouldn't complain. Now, to move on to another Juzo, Festival Juzo starts off with 9,000 HP, 715 attack, increased to 1,115, that's a lot of ones, 300 defense increased to 600, 4 AP maxing out to a whopping 14, and 2 durability picking itself back up, maxing out at 10. Overall, pretty average stats for a festival unit, with his attack and AP being exceptional. Now to his abilities, which help him get that high. His first increases max attack by plus 400, second increases max defense by plus 300, third increases max durability by plus 3, fourth increases critical hit rate by 30%. Okay, can help with his potential damage output if it procs. And the cherry on top is his mastery, increases max AP by plus 4, which, while it's pretty basic, it does get his AP to hit 14, but I personally wouldn't chase his mastery too hard. Of course, if you feel like it's worth it, go for it. His skill at level 1 is as follows: 1.5 times your attack for 3 turns, deals attack times 1.3 damage to front row enemies 6 times, inflicts bleed for 2 turns. So you multiply his 1,115 attack by 1.5, making it 1,672, then we multiply that by 1.3 multiplied by 6, totaling out to 13,045 damage. I will note that his damage is AoE, meaning it hits all opponents on the field. Keeping the skill to level 5, it is 1.75 times your attack for 3 turns, deals attack times 1.3 damage to front row enemy 10 times, inflicts bleed for 4 turns. So he changes 1.5 multiplier to 1.75, making his attack 1,951, then we change his hit count from 6 to 10, making his total damage output 25,266. His bleed also lasts for 2 more turns, so that's just another plus. Overall, Festival Juzo is a great unit like most festival units. He works well on a bleed synergy team even if he doesn't do more damage to bleeding targets. This is mostly because of his guaranteed chance to inflict bleed to all targets at his skill level 1, while also damaging them all. Other than that, as always with units that buff their own attack, be careful not to get his attack buff replaced with a lower one from another unit. Now to the boy that just wants to kill and eat, Festival Yamori has the following stats: a whopping 11,700 HP increased further to 13,700, 700 attack increased to an amazing 1,300 attack, 360 defense increased to 460, 4 AP maxing out at 10, and 2 durability maxing out at 7. His HP and attack are relatively higher than most units out in the current game, while his AP and durability are pretty average. His defense is on the lower side compared to others. Now, the abilities on this hungry monster are as follows. First, increases max attack by plus 600. Second, increases max defense by plus 100. Third, increases max HP by plus 2000, and his fourth ability extends paralysis duration on targets by 2 turns. His final skill helps deal damage to some other units, increases damage versus humans by 1.5 times, so for the most part, most of these units will be from the CCG. His skill at level 1 is deals attack times 1.2 damage to front row enemies 7 times, and reduces durability by 2. Very good chance to inflict bleed and paralysis for 3 turns. Like Juzo, his skill is also AoE, however, he can also reduce the durability and has a chance to inflict bleed and paralysis, which can be a deadly combo in some events. Onto the calculations, we start with his 1,300 attack multiplied by 1.2 multiplied by 7, totaling out at 10,920. Nothing more to say, so no, let's move on to his skill at a higher level. Yamori's skill at level 5 is as follows. Deals attack times 1.2 damage to front row enemies 10 times, and reduces durability by 4. Very good chance to inflict bleed and paralysis for 3 turns. So we change his 7 hit count to 10, and in total we get 15,600 damage. However, if the target is human, we multiply that by 1.5, getting a total of 23,400, which can go even higher if given a buff from another unit. Overall, this Yamori deals good potential AoE damage. However, if they aren't human, it can be a bit lackluster for a festival unit. Something to look out for when using him is that he does do 4 durability damage AoE, so if you're not ready to break that target yet, hold on from firing his skill. Also, like Juzo, this Yamori could be a good contender for bleed synergy teams. While he doesn't have a guaranteed chance to cause bleed, it's the next best possible chance, and on top of that, he could potentially paralyze the other units as well. However, that is all the time we have for today, so if you found today's analysis video helpful, feel free to leave a like and / or subscribe if you haven't already for future analysis videos to come. Again, I will say if I got any information wrong in today's video, feel free to correct me in the comment section below, but without further ado, I am DragonTamerRuiz, and this was a Tokyo Ghoul Rebirth analysis video. Goodbye, my sweet little Dargons. Hello, welcome to the end of the video. While you're here, why not check the 2 videos here right in front of you, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to follow my Twitter, link down in the description below, for all future updates. Goodbye!